This is Two Teachers Chat with your hosts, Brenda McCrate and Peggy Wilbur.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Peg. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good.
We are Two Teachers Chat, and we have our coffee mugs, which talk about teachers touch lives forever.
And today we're going to talk about how you can focus on the kids when there's so much other stuff to focus on. Because
Yes,
we know
indeed.
that's hard.
Yep.
So, first of all, you have to know the kids have a life outside of school. And sometimes it's a great life and sometimes not so much.
As we know, since we've both taught at-risk students, highly at-risk students, that there's a lot that they're dealing with. Even kids that come from, better neighborhoods.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
They're dealing with a lot of stuff in this day and age. So how, as a teacher, do you work with that?
Well, it's not good to feel sorry for them because we're there to teach them. That's our job.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can see what talents and gifts they have, maybe academically, maybe in other areas. I had a kid once, his parents were pulling their hair out, almost literally, because he wasn't doing well in school. He didn't fit academically, but that kid could charm everybody. That's one reason it was hard to discipline him because, he was charming. I talked to his parents. I told them, just keep pushing. He'll get through. He was only a third grader at the time. He'll get through school, and then he'll set up in a sales environment, and he'll be able to make lots of money and keep you very well.
Yeah.
And they laughed because they had bought him one pack of Pokemon cards, and he parlayed those into 100 in a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So find that talent, Be confident that every kid has a talent and a gift.
Yeah. Well, I would call it also a spark, something that really turns them on.
Yes.
And the question is, what spark turns this kid on versus that kid? And as a teacher, we want to sort of take note of that thing that interests them, especially, that sort of gets them talking. And I think of a number of kids that I've had that have Asperger's. And so the environment in the class is pretty noisy for them, pretty intimidating, and yet they have certain things that they like. So it can be found in each student.
Yeah, it can. That, and I think focusing on growth instead of data points necessarily. We all know we have to give standardized tests. We all know they count for a lot.
Yep.
But look at the growth every day in each kid and point it out to them. Maybe a kid couldn't even start a long division problem yesterday. And today they got through the first 2 steps out of the 112 that are in long division. Point that out to them. Help them see their growth. And also help them see the growth in the non-tangibles, the soft skills, the life skills, perseverance, cooperation, effort.
Yeah.
We know that telling a kid, I can see how hard you're working, will help them keep working. I can see, oh, you talked with that other person so well today. Remember a few days ago, you were having kind of arguments with kids, and look how well you're cooperating with your team today. Those are the soft skills that will get them through the rest of school and into real life.
Yeah, I agree with you. And what you're saying, I think, is celebrate the small victories.
Absolutely.
Our teacher performance is based on, or mine is based on how many more words per minute my students can read, or can they get into green on dibbles?
Oh, yes.
The green. And so it becomes, teachers often get very centered or focused on the end goal. And then we miss all those wonderful little victories
Little
for each
steps.
child, little steps. I call it climbing the stairs. You know, the next stair, ooh, you've gone up it. And maybe it's 3 words per minute faster than before, but it's a way of, and letting the child know that you notice is huge for them, because they don't care whether they get to green and dibbles, do you know what I mean? But it matters to them when a teacher says, I noticed that you're reading 3 words per minute better than you did. Doesn't that, you know, pat yourself on the back for your effort that made that possible. And treating each child like an individual that is capable of growing is just creates a real nice atmosphere.
It does.
In the classroom.
It does. And it helps them set themselves up for success, because we all know that it's easier to see the negatives. I think teachers are especially good at this.
Right.
We look at our lesson plan and instantly go, well, that didn't go right, and I forgot to do that, and I never got to that, instead of saying, oh, wow, that model that I did, that was really clear, because almost all the kids were really able to do it.
Right.
If we do something well and it goes well, we tend to give credit to the kids, which is great, because the kids need the credit. But it's the same thing with the kids. They're going to say, oh, I didn't do as well as Joe who sits next to me. But if you can turn it into a competition against themselves, well, yesterday you read 12 words in a minute, and today you read 14 words in a minute.
Or you remembered 8 times 7.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
huge.
It's huge.
It's huge. It may not be the whole 8 times tables today, but it's 8 times 7. You know,
which is indeed the hardest one. We have no idea why. But
That's right.
I have found over the years 8 times 7 equals 56. It's the hardest multiplication table in the entire group.
But what
Yeah.
I think that what we have noticed is that it just creates a positivity going when the teacher notices what the individual students are doing that's right. Now, you might go, oh, wow, you know, I have so much other stuff to do. But give yourself credit for when your students make the little improvements. It's a lovely thing. That's a day well spent. And I'm about out of coffee.
Okay. So have faith that you're making a difference. Look at the small differences and enjoy your teaching.
Thank you for watching 2 Teachers Chat. Until next time, and remember, teachers touch lives forever.